Review. The Legend of the Wolf Brothers is a vast modern fantasy saga with mythological roots, built on the theme of the duality between nature and civilization, between blood and choice, between inheritance and freedom. The 6 volumes follow a coherent but constantly expanding narrative line, in which the myth of the wolfmen is not treated as a simple physical transformation, but as a symbol of responsibility, covenant, and balance between worlds. The series manages to combine adventure, family drama, spiritual conflict, and urban thriller in a recognizable universe, but full of mystery. The strong point of the series is the construction of its own mythology. The Wolf Brothers are not just a pack or a hidden species, but a sacred line linked to the forest, spirits, and ancient oaths. Their origin in Yarensk, the connection with the old woman Aliona, and the spirit of the forest provide the foundation for an original cosmology. As the volumes progress, the legend expands from Siberia to the great metropolises, especially New York, then to Alaska, creating a strong contrast between the wild space and the city of steel and glass. This geographical shift is not just decorative, but thematic. The modern world becomes the new hunting ground for truth. The central character, Elias Turner, is well developed over the course of the 6 volumes. His evolution from heir marked by a curse to bridge between worlds, and then leader aware of the responsibility of his blood, is believable and gradual. He is not an invincible hero, but one burdened by choices. His relationship with Alina adds an emotional and human dimension to the story, not as a simple romantic element, but as a balancing force and catalyst for major decisions. Alina evolves from observer to active participant, connected to the voice of nature and prophecy. The antagonists of the series are constructed more mythically than classically. Goran, in particular, is a successful example of a tragic character, a product of violence, not just evil. The series largely avoids simplistic evil and prefers explanations through history, trauma, and broken covenants. The rival clans, Yarensk and Naguan, are not just enemies, but distorted reflections of the same heritage. Stylistically, the series relies on atmospheric descriptions and natural symbolism. Wind, snow, howling, metal, blood, forest. The repetition of these motifs creates identity and cohesion. The pace is variable. Some volumes are more contemplative and mythological, others more tense and conflict-oriented. This alternation helps the story breathe epically, although at times it can create the feeling of high narrative density. Another valuable element is the merging of the spiritual with the political and technological plane. Turner's business, the steel industry, and then the oil projects are not simple background details. They represent man's power to shape the world, in opposition to the force of nature to defend it. Negotiations with the authorities, agency interventions, and legal conflicts bring realism and anchor the fantastic in the contemporary. The theme of inheritance runs through all 6 volumes. Inheritance of blood, guilt, covenant, and hope. The emergence of the new generation of children, some freed from the curse, others bearing its signs, offers the series an opening for continuity, not just for closing the cycle. The endings are not absolute, but reverberating, leaving the legend alive. Overall, the legend of the Wolf Brothers is a solid series of modern mythological fantasy, with a clear identity, consistent symbolism, and memorable characters. It stands out for its atmosphere, the idea of a bridge between worlds, and the treatment of the curse as a responsibility, not as a spectacle. It is a saga about choice, belonging, and balance, told through howl, snow, and steel.